everybody. Welcome to Steve's Virtual Piano Bar. You can still see there's light in the window over here. And actually, just a few minutes ago, there were snow flurries coming down. But as you see from the picture, hi, Amy. Hi, Ginger. Ginger says she's sitting in traffic looking at the beautiful rocks. I had your picture of blue skies for my opening picture, by the way, Ginger. And thinking positively, even though it's overcast and snowing here. All right. Anaya started her spring break today, heading to Chicago. And all right. Going to Chicago is going to be one of the songs. And Blue Skies is a request. We got a couple of requests already. And maybe a spring song or two or whatever we can. I've got my reverb on. I'm sorry. Now you can hear me better. Okay. I'm going to throw all caution to the winds, and I'm going to start with the summer song. I kind of got a new schedule for my Mackinac Island gig, and I'll tell you about that right after I do this song. And that's why this song is on my mind, because this was one of the most popular songs on Mackinac Island last season. So, a Sinatra song. If you're going to do a Sinatra song, you got to do it right. Right? Right. Oh, the summer wind came blowing in across the sea. It lingered there to touch your hair and walk with me. All summer long we sang a song and we strolled the golden sand. Two sweethearts and the summer wind. Like painted kites, the days and nights went flying by. The world was new beneath the blue umbrella sky. Softer than Piper Man, one day he called to you. I lost you to the summer wind. The autumn wind, the winter winds have come and gone, but still the days, the lonely days go on and on. Guess who sighs his lullabies through nights that never end? My fickle friend, the summer wind. The summer wind, the summer wind. Ron Melman is in the house. Hey, Ron. And hi to everybody who's out there listening. Even if you don't leave a chat or a comment, that's fine. I sent out an email today, and I was thinking about the first jazz tune I ever learned, and I'm going to be doing that later on. The song is called Robin's Nest. It's like sort of a classic jazz standard. It's not done as much anymore, but back in the 50s and 60s, you would hear it at, jazz musicians play at jazz standards, one of the jazz standards. So I'll be doing that later. We're going to be going to Chicago really soon, and I think now is a good time to go to Chicago. You keep your New York joys. I'm going to Illinois just as fast as I can. You New York women think you make a fool of any man. Play all kinds of games, you will cheat if you can. Use love like a tool, make a man a fool. What a beautiful motto. Got my money, that's it. Can you mind if I split? Going back where a woman really knows the way to treat a man. People are friendly without no hidden plan. It's the best in the Midwest. Real town city full of good folks who come from home. When I get back, I'll never roam far from a little shy town. Goodbye, farewell, I might see you later. Let me tell you, going to Chicago. Sorry, but I can't take you. Going to Chicago. Sorry, but I can't take you. There ain't nothing in Chicago monkey woman like you to do. Monkey woman. Scat singer, it's called scat. Well, now hurry down now, sunshine. See what tomorrow brings. Tomorrow, tomorrow. Hurry down now, sunshine. See what tomorrow brings. Tomorrow, tomorrow. Well, it may bring sunshine. Then again, it may bring rain. Tomorrow. 'Cause I am going to Chicago. Sorry, but I can't take you. Going to Chicago. Sorry, but I can't take you. There ain't nothing in Chicago monkey woman like you to do, monkey woman. Yes, I am. I am planning to go to Chicago soon, so. But I'm sorry, I can't take you. All right, but that's one of my favorites, blues tunes that I titled an album, and it's available on my website, just saying, sandnermusic.com, if you want to check out the download or the CD. That's right, thanks for reminding myself. My starting date on Mackinac Island has changed. First it was May 2nd. Then they changed it to May 19th, like a couple of weeks later. Now it's changed back to May 2nd. So my travel plans for going to Sedona are all scrambled, and I still have to organize it somehow and figure out how I'm going to make it work. So I had said last week of April, toward the end of April, not sure how that's going to work because my starting date on the island is May 2nd. So what I might do is fly out there. I don't know. I still haven't sorted it. I just found out late last night. So we'll see. Anne-Marie's here. Bonsoir. Comment ça va? Welcome to Steve's Virtual Piano. I don't know what happened to my lettering. It's usually over here, Steve's Virtual Piano Bar. But you all know this is Steve's Virtual Piano Bar. And if you know about the A-Team, right? So, and I think that's kind of a fun name, the A-Team. I like it. So, I'm going to do this ballad that I learned. It was a request a couple of weeks ago. And it's a beautiful song, a Sinatra song, but I'm going to keep my A-Team hat on anyway. And it's a spring song, but it talks about autumn, and it talks about summer. But really, at the end of the lyrics, it turns out to be a spring song. So let's think positively about spring, because we do have blue skies coming up pretty soon. Oh, that's another request I have for blue skies. I'll be getting to that song too. But here is a song called There's No You. I feel the autumn breeze. It steals across my pillow as soft as a will-o'-the-wisp. And in its song there is sadness because there's no you. The lonely autumn trees, how softly they're sighing, for summer is dying. They know that in my heart there's no gladness because there's no you. The park that we walked in, the garden we talked in, how lonesome they seem in the fall. Stormy clouds hover and falling leaves cover our favorite nook in the wall. In spring we'll meet again. We'll kiss and recapture that summertime rapture we knew. And from that day nevermore will I say there's no you. The park that we walked in, the garden we talked in, how lonesome they seem in the fall. Stormy clouds hover, falling leaves cover our favorite nook in the wall. In spring we'll meet again. We'll kiss and recapture that summertime rapture we knew. And from that day nevermore will I say there's no you. All right, by request. Sky smiling at me. Nothing but blue skies do I see. Oh, bluebird singing a song. Nothing but bluebirds, bluebirds all day long. I never saw the sun shining so bright. I never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by. When you're in love, my, how they fly. Oh, blue days, all of them gone. Nothing but blue skies from now on. Smiling at me, nothing but blue skies do I see. Bluebirds singing a song, nothing but bluebirds, bluebirds all day long. I never saw the sun shining so bright, I never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by. When you're in love, my, how they fly. Oh, blue days, all of them gone. Nothing but blue skies, nothing but blue skies, nothing but blue skies from now on. There you go, thinking positive, blue skies. We had kind of a cloudy day, although it looks like the clouds are clearing up here a little bit. And I can kind of see the sun setting out the window. Actually, I have the window blocked because sometimes the sun gets in here too bright. Is that a thing, you know? The sun's too bright in northern Michigan. But yeah, when you're trying to deal with cameras and lighting and stuff, that's the way it is. So I sent out an email today. I'm thinking about some of the classic jazz songs. And the first jazz piece that I learned when I was a young teenager, kind of jamming with my high school friends, was called Robin's Nest. And I didn't know it at the time, but I did some research today. It was written in 1947 by Illinois Jacquet and his piano player, Sir Walter Thompson. And I didn't know there were lyrics to it until I found out just today that Ella Fitzgerald has lyrics to this song, Robin's Nest. I'll play it through instrumentally once, and then I'll add the lyrics to it for my first time ever. So don't judge me too harshly. Do the intro. for something sweet and gentle, make it sentimental. Whatever you could suggest, I'll take Robin's Nest. Oh, make it sweet and tender, so I must surrender. You know I'd like nothing but the best, so I'll take Robin's Nest. When I get the feeling going round and round, something brings me down, way down, way down. I'm looking for something sweet and gentle, make it sentimental. Whatever you could suggest, I'll take Robin's Nest. Looking for something sweet and gentle, make it sentimental. Whatever you could suggest, I'll take Robin's Nest. Oh, make it sweet and tender, so I must surrender. You know I'd like nothing but the best, I'll take Robin's Nest. For when I get the feeling going round and round, something brings me down, way down, way down. Looking for something sweet and gentle, make it sentimental. Whatever you could suggest, I'll take Robin's Nest. Whatever you could suggest, I'll take Robin's Nest. Whatever you could suggest, I'll take Robin's Nest. Classic jazz at Steve's Virtual Piano Bar. Robin's Nest. I hear there's a club out in, I think it's in on Long Island. It's called Robin's Nest. It's a jazz club, and I was talking to one of my musician friends from New York, and he said, yeah, there's a club called Robin's Nest. I said, well, do you know the song Robin's Nest? He goes, no. So I taught it to him, and we played it. Yeah. Thank you. Learned a new song, or learned the lyrics to a new song. So, classic jazz, one of the great classic jazz songs of all time is A Night in Tunisia, written by Dizzy Gillespie. Now, Dizzy Gillespie was that guy in the 40s, 50s. You could even see him in the 60s, 70s. Played, and I saw him live. I think it was only once. But he had that trumpet that was bent up, and he also had the cheeks that puffed out, and it was a crazy guy to watch. Kind of a fun guy to watch play jazz. And he was one of the founders, conceptual founders of the music called bebop. Dizzy Gillespie and Charlie Parker were the guys who started it. And one of the songs they recorded was called A Night in Tunisia. So it's not an easy song, but it's classic jazz. So we're on our classic jazz corner here. Steve's Virtual Piano Bar. It's instrumental called, I think it does have lyrics to it, but, maybe next life. It's called A Night in Tunisia. A Night in Tunisia, composed by Dizzy Gillespie. Yes. And Ron Malcolm saw Dizzy live, too. I saw him live with James Moody, and that was in 1965. I was only 2 years old. No, just kidding, but I was very young. And then I saw James Moody later at the Chicago Jazz Showcase. And then, after I moved to Sedona, I saw James Moody, and maybe you did too, Ron. I saw James Moody at the Sedona Jazz Festival back in 2007, 6, maybe 6 or 7. All right, Night in Tunisia. Well, one more classic jazz tune, and then I'm open for requests, too. Always open for requests. I have a little background noise here that I need to attend to. And I wonder if maybe you can't hear it. I bet you can't even hear it. I'm not even going to worry about it. But here's another classic jazz song, and you will recognize this. And you're welcome to dance, if you can dance in 5/4 time, because it's in 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. I think the jazz dancers are able to do it in 5, so you can too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Here comes the sun. The clouds are lifting. Yay, the sun is coming out. Won't you stop and take a little time out with me? Just take 5. Stop your busy day and take the time out to see that I'm alive. Though I'm going out of my way just so I can pass by each day, not a single word do we say. It's a pantomime and not a play. I know all eyes are for me. I feel tingles down to my feet when your smile gets much too discreet, sends me on my way. Wouldn't it be better not to be so polite? You could offer me a light. Start a little conversation, now it's all right. Just take 5, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop and take a little time out with me. Just take 5. Stop your busy day and take the time out to see that I'm alive. And though I'm going out of my way just so I can pass by each day, what word do we say? When I'm not a place, still I know all eyes are for me. Feel tingles down to my feet when your smile gets much too discreet, sends me on my way. Wouldn't it be better not to be so polite? You could offer me a light. Start a little conversation, now it's all right. Just take 5. Just take 5. Just take 5. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just take 5. Yeah. And the lyrics, the melody was written by, it was done by Dave Brubeck back in the 50s. And Take 5 was the largest selling jazz single, I believe, of all time, for sure up to that time. And the Dave Brubeck's sax player, Paul Desmond, wrote the song. Everybody thinks Dave Brubeck wrote it, but his sax player, Paul Desmond, wrote it. But the lyrics were written by Dave Brubeck's wife, and I forget what her name was. Mrs. Brubeck. That's it. Hal Woodring, happy birthday to you. I think you had a birthday, right? All right. Well, welcome, Hal, all the way from the Sedona area, Camp Verde. And we've got a contingent from Sedona observing tonight, Ginger and Ron and Hal. So thanks for looking on, and happy birthday to you, Hal. 39, right? Yeah. I think I've got that right. I believe it's your birthday because I noticed it on. Thank God for Facebook. How could we ever remember birthdays if we didn't have Facebook, right? And Ron Millman, John Hendricks. John Hendricks is the most amazing jazz vocalist of all time, probably. For sure, technically, and he's also got the feel. He's got everything. He's got the swing. He's got the technique. He's got the voice and the expression. John Hendricks is from, I just found out recently, is from Toledo, Ohio. So that's not too far from where I am. Well, it is a little bit of a drive, 5 hours, I'd say. So Barbara Brown is saying hello, 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 hello. And maybe I'll do one more classic jazz song. And this one is, let's see, what can I do? Classic jazz. Oh, Miles Davis. And by the way, speaking of all-time great jazz, this is from the most popular selling jazz album of all time called Kind of Blue, and it's called All Blues. All right, the classic jazz tune All Blues written by Miles Davis. And it's on his album Kind of Blue. Well, since I'm on a roll, I can squeeze in one more classic jazz tune. And this one is by George Shearing. It's the tune he's most well known for, and some of you can say, oh yeah, I know, that is blah, blah, blah. And that's what I'm going to play. Blah, blah, blah by George Shearing. And don't tell me what it is. Lullaby of Birdland. Thank you. I knew that. And after this, I'm going to probably take a little break. Miles isn't here to remind me, so I've got to remember on my own. So. Lullaby of Birdland, George Shearing, yeah. Okay, oh, we got a little mention of the song I'll Remember April. And that's I don't know George Shearing's arrangement of that song, but it's a great song. And it is kind of a spring song, and it is April. So this is the time to do I'll Remember April. First time I heard this song, I remember it vividly. I was in the 7th grade band. We had 7th and 8th graders together, and this was the first practice, first class for junior high school band, and I was in the trumpet section way down the line. I eventually got to first chair trumpet, by the way. But and the band played an arrangement of I'll Remember April, and I thought, well, that's the most beautiful song I've ever heard. It has such a beautiful melody. I'll Remember April. It's also a very popular song at jam sessions with jazz musicians. You hear it a lot at jam sessions. And of course, Miles Davis had a very famous version of it too. And I'll try to do a little bit of a George Shearing. I don't know his recording or his arrangement, but I'll try to throw in a couple George Shearing licks too. So. Remember April. By request, and hey, Joseph Sturmer is on YouTube. You folks on Facebook can't see the comments on YouTube, so there's Joe's request. His wife Wendy wants to hear Songbird by Christy McVie. And I know that song, and I've heard it, but I don't really know how to perform it. I have done it in the past, believe it or not. But it's been 40 years, so I hope you'll forgive me for not remembering how to play it after 40 years, not playing it. So, but if you come next time, if you promise you'll come next time, you send me a note, and I will learn it for my next session. And since we're talking about songs about April, Anne-Marie Colette says, how about April in Paris? And this is the song I recorded on my From Paris with Love CD, which is available on my website. Don't forget to check that out if you want to hear it. I recorded it with Parisian jazz musicians. Les musiciens du jazz à Paris. De Paris, or à Paris, whatever. So anyway, it was a recording session I did in Paris back in 2007. Thank you. And after this, I promise I'm going to be in the Parisian mood, and I'm going to have a glass of wine after this. April in Paris, chestnuts in blossom, holiday tables under the trees. April in Paris, this is a feeling no one can ever reprise. I never knew the charm of spring, I never met it face to face. I never knew my heart could sing, I never missed a warm embrace. Till April in Paris, whom can I turn to? What have you done to my heart? April in Paris, chestnuts in blossom, holiday tables under the trees. April in Paris, this is a feeling no one can ever reprise. I never knew the charm of spring, never met it face to face. I never knew my heart could sing, I never missed a warm embrace. Till April in Paris, whom can I turn to? What have you done to my heart? Celebrating spring and the month of April, April in Paris. And I have been in Paris in April, and it's wonderful, and it's marvelous. It's wonderful, it's marvelous, it's everything to me. George Gershwin liked Paris. Didn't George Gershwin write a piece, an orchestral piece about Paris? Something about Paris. Anyway, time for the musician to have a little drink and take a little break according to union rules. So I'm just going to open a little generic bottle of wine here from California, Cabernet, and chat with you guys. How's everybody doing? Enjoying your spring? Some people are enjoying better spring temperatures than other people. Not to mention any names, but I know you folks in Sedona are doing pretty well with the weather out there. I saw that picture of the blue skies. You can see it right there, blue skies. That's a picture Ginger sent me this morning from Sedona, and that's what it looks like there. Was that picture taken today, Ginger? I'm assuming it was. So there you go. I wish I had a picture of what it looks like here, but it's just kind of generic gray skies with snow on the ground. I'm having trouble here. I can't talk and chew gum and open a bottle of wine at the same time. I think the song April in Paris has French lyrics. Wouldn't that be fun to try to learn that? Ron Melman went on his first Harley ride of the season. Wow. I'm jealous. I was just shoveling snow yesterday. But I'm not complaining. I love northern Michigan. I really do. There are worse places to be. So I'm having a little trouble. Boy, I'm having trouble all the way around here. Maybe I should have a glass of water instead. or. Remember when Robin Williams was Mork on Mork and Mindy, and he used to go, Goomer, ar. That was such a funny show. But I haven't been watching a lot of TV lately. And of course, when I go to Mackinac Island, I almost watch zero TV. But I am going to watch the basketball playoffs tomorrow. The collegiate basketball champions are playing. And I think it's San Diego State and Connecticut or something like that. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't follow all the minutia of sports, but I like to watch a good game once in a while. Pop. It was a kind of a measly pop today, sorry. Then we get away from the keyboard to pour the wine, a little less. Just a half a glass today, that's all I need. Okay. See if I have any messages. So, cheers everybody. Happy spring, happy April. Even though we have almost complete white snow cover right here around Vanderbilt, Michigan. I think if you get south, even just 10 miles south in Gaylord, it's not as snow covered. So, Sante, L'chaim, Slancha, and Prost, and to your health, and cheers, everybody. So, let's see if we can think of another spring. I'm going to do another classic jazz song before the session is over by Thelonious Monk. See if you can guess which one I'm going to do. But, wow, I can't. Either my glasses are dirty or they're too weak. Oh, we're getting toward the end of the session already? Wow. Well, I'm going to stay for a few more songs. There's a beautiful song that I've done. I think I've done it every session for the last 3 or 4 sessions. But it is a song about spring, and when spring is on the way, you don't want to waste those songs about spring. And Michel Legrand, the very famous French composer, wrote this. I believe this has French lyrics also. But the English lyrics are really outstanding. But hold that thought about the French lyrics. I don't know why I'm even talking about it, because I have been studying French a little bit every day on Duolingo, which is a great app. Everybody should know about it. You can get it on your phone, Duolingo, and it almost not forces you, but pleasantly urges you to study at least 10 minutes of a language every day. And you'd be surprised how that 10 minutes every day accumulates and helps you learn a language. So there you go. So here we go. I believe in spring. Oh, Joe Sturmer has a request for I Love Paris. Why don't I do that first, and then I'll do I Believe, You Must Believe in Spring. So I Love Paris. Changing courses, can do that. I'm allowed to change your mind, or anyone is allowed to change their mind if there's a good reason. My good reason is my friend Joe Sturmer requested the song, so there you go. Song by Cole Porter. I love Paris in the springtime. I love Paris in the fall. I love Paris in the winter when it drizzles. I love Paris in the summer when it sizzles. I love Paris every moment of the year. I love Paris. Why, oh why do I love Paris? Because my love is here. In the springtime, like right now. I love Paris in the fall. I love Paris in the winter when it drizzles. I love Paris in the summer when it sizzles. I love Paris every moment of the year. I love Paris. Why, oh why do I love Paris? Because my love is here and near. I love Paris, and I do love Paris. J'aime Paris beaucoup. All right. Well, I'm going to save You Must Believe in Spring for next week, since I've done it about the past 5 times. And I'm going to do the Thelonious Monk classic jazz song that I talked about. And you could almost guess which Thelonious Monk song I'm going to do. It's called Round Midnight. Thelonious Monk. If this isn't jazz, nothing is jazz. Une chanson du jazz de Thelonious Monk. And there was a movie with the name of this song, Round Midnight, and it took place in Paris. It's a wonderful movie with I think Herbie Hancock was in it, and some very famous jazz musicians were in this movie. called Round Midnight by Thelonious Monk. All right, well, thank you all for coming to Steve's Virtual Piano Bar. I hope you had good fun and had a chance to relax, and I see some of you are chanting amongst yourselves, and every Wednesday and Sunday, but keep in touch because my schedule is changing quickly. Last night I found out that I'm going to be starting on Mackinac Island earlier than I thought, 2.5 weeks earlier than I thought. So my trip to Sedona is changed. I don't know what my dates are going to be in Sedona right now. I'm sorry to say. I was hoping to meet up with, I think Anne-Marie is going to be in Sedona in April or late April, early May, and Amy had a chance to go out to Sedona. Of course, Ron is going to be there. Ginger is going to be there. So anyway, thank you all for coming, and I will do a little goodbye song that's going to get me a copyright notice, but I don't care because it's just a great song. Have a nice evening, everybody. And this song is for everybody here. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven to touch. I want to hold you so much. At long last love has arrived. I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Pardon the way that I stare. There's nothing else to compare. The sight of you leaves me weak. There are no words left to speak. Hey Jerry, you feel like I feel. Didn't know you were here. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Trust in me when I say, oh pretty baby, don't let me down, I pray. Oh pretty baby, now that I found you, stay and let me love you, baby, let me love you. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven to touch. I want to hold you so much. At long last love has arrived. I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Good night, everybody. Murray and Murphy say goodnight, and I say goodnight to you from Steve's Virtual Piano Bar. Thank you. Love you all. Have a nice night.